Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Kathopanishad story you all know. So, the truth is such, it cannot be spoken in terms of like this or like that. And therefore, it has to be indicated through some technically called akhyayika. Akhyayika means some stories are made, and through that you have to understand. About this I will tell you one of my experience here only in South Africa. Many years before, we had a retreat in that Happy Shepherds, Good Shepherds Retreat Center. Where it was? Somewhere near you are that area, Outang area.
Yes. Near Brits. Yes, that's correct.
So we had a retreat there, and our things are always open for everybody, because we know nobody comes. So we should be clear about thinking, isn't it? So we were about maybe 20, 30, 40 of us, and there were so many residents of that ashram, cooks also. So I told anybody who wants to come and sit, they are welcome. And there was one person, I think his name was Mac. I don't know what does it mean, whether it's a MacBook Pro or what, could be anything. So he also came and sat. And then after every talk, we used to go for a walk, so that all that we have learned should be removed. We should be fresh. So we used to go for a walk. And he will keep on asking questions after questions. See? And the idea behind asking questions was how to pull my leg. That was the main criteria. So when every question was asked, I used to tell him a story. I can make stories out of nothing. See? So any question he asked, I used to tell him a story. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of them. Then we came back. Second day, the same thing. After the talk was over, again we go for a walk, he will follow and keep on asking stories, again asking questions, stories coming out, non-stop. Third day, he told me, Swami ji, yes sir. Jesus used to go on the mountain for a walk. Yes. When people used to ask him questions, he used to tell stories. Yes. I was asking you questions and you were all the time telling the stories. Therefore, you are my Jesus. I said, please don't crucify me. I want to live. See, the idea is the truth cannot be spoken of like this or like that. Descriptions are possible, or something unknown is indicated with the language of the known. See, suppose I do not know this girl. She is unknown to me. But I know that girl. So, how I will refer to her? See, that girl who is our friend's friend. So, from the known, the unknown is indicated, is it not? And once we know the known or the unknown through the reference of the unknown, then there is no problem. You don't require again reference. Exactly the same way. The truth is that which is beyond the limits or the operation of sense organs, mind and intellect. Through sense organs we come to know only those things which has got 5 qualities. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. See, sound, touch, then form, taste and smell. See. Now we go deeper. I am taking you to Kathopanishad. So, if we are to write an essay on earth, we can write pages together. From earth you come to waters. There will be only 4 qualities. Earth has all the 5 qualities. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Water has only 4 qualities. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. No Gandha, no smell. Come to the fire. Fire has got only 3 qualities. Shabda, the sound. Sparsha, the touch. And Rupa, the form. You drop the earth, the fire. Come to the air. Air has only 2 qualities. Sound and the touch. Drop the air. Come to the space. As the qualities go on reducing in number, our language starts becoming important. Now, what is the space? We are so many of us. We can discuss and describe so many. But our attention doesn't go on that, because of which so many are made. See, now to become more clear, there are how many fingers? 5. They are 5. Why? Because in between them there is space. So when we are referring to this 5, although we are perceiving the space, we are not even mentioning the space. Because what is the space? Space supports all the forms but does not have any form. Now don't give any reference of the form and try to talk about space. What we will say? Space is that which supports the form but which doesn't have the form. Space is that when the forms are destroyed, the space is not destroyed. The forms are finite, the space is infinite. The forms are many, the space is one. We cannot talk about space without reference to the forms, is it not? Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahmatattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasadrushiganaih Avrutam Brahma Vrundaih Acharyendram Karakalitchin Mudramananda Rupam Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshina Murti Mide. See, Mauno Vyakhya. The truth is explained eloquently by the eloquence of silence. We are all the time remaining in dvandva, Dvandva is dualism. Joy, sorrows. Sound, silence. Gain, loss. And thus we remain only in the objective world. Kathopanishad tells us to go subjectively. So, the story you know, Ushan Havai Vajashravasah Sarva Veda Samdadau Tasyaha Nachiketa Nama Putrasa Tagamha Kumaragam Santam Dakshinasu Niyamanasu Shraddha Avivesha Saha Amanyata. This is how the Kathopanishad begins. There was a great religious and very great person who has donated everything of his. And in that also he played tricks. The trick is, if I had to give some money to a beggar, I'll take out my purse and find out that dilapidated currency notes only which I will give. See? The same thing that man did, Vajashravas. He divided his property in cattle into 3 parts. 1 part for his wife, 2nd part for his son, 3rd part for him. So he wanted to donate everything. And he himself did it and said, I cannot donate my wife's property. I cannot donate my son's property. I can donate only mine. And what kind of cattle he kept for him? All those cattle who were ready to die. See, Jagdat Truna, they cannot eat the grass. Dugdha Doha, if you want to compress the udder and take out the milk, even air will not come. That kind of cattle he started donating. And when his son saw that, he started thinking, see, Saha Shraddha Avivesha. Now this is the foundation of the spiritual path. Thinking is done in 2 ways. One type of thinking is done how it is wrong. Negative thinking. How it is not possible. Impossible. See? One of the students, he asked me a question. Swamiji, we want to know how Nachiketa went to Lord Death. I said, Nachiketa went to Lord Death. This question will be answered by you to yourself when you again study Kathopanishad. How long I have to study this till you don't ask this question? Thereafter he never asked any question. We want ready-made. See, we don't want to put efforts. Krupana phalayetava. We don't want to put efforts. So, when he saw that what his father is doing was something wrong, and then he started thinking positively. What is positive thinking? Shraddha Avivesha. What my father is doing is good. Intentions are good, but actions are not good. See? If I say somebody is ill, my intentions are, I can't see his suffering, so let me kill him. Intentions are good. You see? You cannot challenge human mind. So, Shraddha Avivesha, he was overpowered by the positive thinking. Now, what is positive thinking? Whatever we do not know, we have to begin with the Shraddha, blind faith. Faith is always blind. This is the basic thing. One person in Pune, in India, he was very argumentative. And he said, Swamiji, I don't believe in faith. I said, don't believe, who cares? I don't want your faith. No, but you say, when you study scriptures, you should have faith. I said, yes, I said it. But why we should have faith? I said, okay, now you deserve a good treatment. Then I asked him, I said, do you know from which womb you were dropped in this world? Do you know who is your mother? Everybody told that this lady is your mother. You accepted, is it not? Did you ask your mother, Mom, DNA report? No. We accept our mother only under the shelter of absolute faith. And then that mother tells us, he is your father. I doubt very much, Baba. See, my friends, our very existence is dependent on blind faith. When we know, we don't require faith. When we don't know, we require faith. See? Now when we are coming from Strands, this side, so we do not know exact road. So we have blind faith in GPS, Google. So we started the Google, and then we say, I don't believe in Google. You don't believe, who cares? You have to start. So Shraddha Avivesha. Nachiket was overpowered by the Shraddha, the positive thinking. And thereafter, he started thinking Saha Amanyata. Started thinking, what my dad is doing is not right, but I can't find out the faults of my father. Then I must help him. These are the first chapter or the first Valli of Kathopanishad tells who is an ideal seeker of truth. There are more than about 20 qualities which are told through the character of Nachiket. See? So, he started, then I had to help my dad. Although his intentions are good, but it's going the wrong way. What should I do now? Then he said, because the son is the property of father. See? In Maharashtra, in Gujarat, when the people write their name, like Mahatma Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So Karamchand is the name of the father of Mahatma Gandhi. On that also there are questions. Swamiji, why you have to add the father's name? I said, don't add. No, but what is the reason? I said, because they know who is the father. When you don't know, how can you add? See? Therefore, he thought that I am the property of my father, and therefore, how can I help him? And then he said, Dad, like the cattle are your property, you are giving them up. I am also your property. To whom shall you give me? Kasmai dadasyati. To whom you will give? And dvitiyam, trutiyam. He said the same question, second time, third time. Nachiket was 8 years of age. Not 80 not out. He was 8 years of age. And when again and again he asked, Dad, to whom should you give me? I'll follow him because I am your property. Property is meant for donation. You want to give up everything. So give up me also. And the father got angry. Mrityavetva dadamiti. I give you to death. See, in anger, person can say anything. Maha ashanaha, maha papma, vidhi enam iha vairinam. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, anger is maha papma, can do any sin. See. So, Nachiket goes to the Lord Death. Now, how he has gone, you find out. See. Homework. And you go and tell me also. And thereafter, now see the seeker's quality. Lord Death was busy, overworked because Corona. so busy. And therefore he could not come back in his scheduled time. And therefore Nachiket was waiting for 3 nights. Here the word is used, nights. Tisrau ratrau, not days. Don't we say, since how many days you are here? We don't say, hey, how many nights you are here? We don't say that. Unless you go for some hotel booking. See? 4 nights, 5 days. Not like that. So he stayed there for 3 nights. And after the overtime work was over, the Lord Death came back. And when he came back, then his people at home, his wife and his teacher, they told him, this boy is here for last 3 nights. He did not sleep, he did not eat, he did not drink, he did not sit down. He is simply waiting for you. And then said, when such a person comes, and if you do not honor him, you are a grahastha, you are a married person, you have got more responsibility than a sannyasi. And therefore you should take care of him. Otherwise you will be cursed. So Lord Death goes and does everything to be done and said that I am pleased with your commitment, therefore I bless you with 3 boons. And the first boon he asked, when I go back, that means he has already taken care of granted, now he is not going to die. When I go back, my father should recognize me. Should not say, oh, ghost has come. No. He should recognize me. Second boon was, what is the science of going to heaven? Now be attentive. These 2 boons. We all have responsibility towards our parents. Unless we fulfill our responsibility towards our parents, spiritual practice will not yield results. We have to lead a responsible life. Second thing, the society is helping us. We are responsible to play our role in a creative manner in the society. Now those who have got the sacred thread, they know that there are 3 threads in that. One thread is, we accept the bondage of responsibility towards our parents, one thread. Second thread is our responsibility toward the society, second thread. The third thread is, we are responsible for our spiritual evolution. This is what Kathopanishad tells. See, the matter, stones and bricks and clay evolved, became plants. Plants evolved, they became animals. Animals evolved, they became human beings. Now up to the human being, all evolution possible at the matter level is attained. Hereafter, the evolution can be only spiritual evolution. That is the third boon Nachiketa asked. And in the second boon, he was tempted a lot. See, you will go to heaven, you get this thing, that thing, and all that, but don't ask about the truth. See, whenever we walk the spiritual path, many temptations come in our way. We get name, we get fame, we get prosperity, we get recognition, and we forget what for we are in this world. See, and this is what is called as heaven. And the heaven is defined in Kathopanishad so perfectly well. Heaven is not a place where you have to go. See, Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatra tvam na jaraya vibheti, ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatigo modate swarga loke. Heavens are that experience. Loka is not a place. Loka is experience. Lokyate iti loka. So, Heaven is that experience where na bhayam kinchana asti. There is complete absence of fear. We are all carrying the burden of 6 fears. 2 fears with reference to our body, old age and death. 2 fears with reference to our prana, hunger and thirst, ashana pipase. And 2 fears with reference to our mind, shoka moha, grief and delusion. When we are under the influence of these 6 fears, we are in hell. And when we lead the life freedom from these 6 fears, we have entered the heaven. See, fearlessness. Now, Nachiket asks, okay, you have praised me, thank you very much. Now come to point. His point is this. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat kruta krutat, anyatra bhutachya bhavyachya, yat tat pashyasi tadvad. Oh teacher, don't tell me religion, I am fed up of religion. What is dharma, dharma? If you do this thing, it is good. If you do this thing, it is bad. Enough of that, enough. How many years can we remain in KG1, KG2? Suppose I ask a man, 30 years old, hey, I have seen you when you are in KG1. Now what are you doing? I am still in KG1. Will it look good? In the same manner, dharma, dharma, good and bad, you should do not, do's and don'ts are enough. How long are you going to continue with this? Therefore, anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Don't tell me that. Be attentive. Dharma, adharma is valid only when we are identified with the body. In deep sleep, you know what is the deep sleep? In deep sleep, we are happy. How do we know we are happy? Because we snore. Can you express happiness silently? Why you are so silent? I am happy. No, we make noise. Therefore, all those who snore, they are really happy. And those who do not snore, they are miserable. See? And you know, happiness has no hurry. Can you be hurriedly happy? No. Can you imagine somebody snoring? Kar, 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 kar. There is no hurry. The other person wakes up. Again, goes down. There is a hurry. See? Therefore, when somebody snores, is it a sin or a merit? No. Because there is nobody. Somebody will create sin and merit. Dharma, adharma is for this illusory personality which doesn't exist. So enough of this dharma, dharma. If you do this thing, you go to heaven. If you do this, I am not interested. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat. Anyatra asmat kruta krutat. Kruta is effect. Akruta is the cause. Tell me that which is beyond cause and effect. See? We are all caught up in cause and effect. Why? Because the sky is too high. See, friends, when we do not ask this question, why, see what happens. We have some time or the other in our childhood touched the fire, got our hand burnt. Have we asked ever a question, why the fire is hot? We have never asked. Then we accept it and then decide how to interact with the burning fire, is it not? Why the world is like this? This world is like this. Don't waste your time in cause and effect, cause and effect. See, there is no cause, there is no effect. You take, for example, English language. See? English language. P is silent in psychology. What is the logic? Why? What is the spelling of psychology? Starts with P. But there is no P in the pronunciation. So P is silent in psychology. Then K is silent in knife. Right? Then in wife, husband is silent. What is the logic? No logic. The world is like this. See, friends, anyatra asmat kruta krutat. Don't go into this cause and effect. See, friends, cause and effect is only a conceptual development of knowledge. The truth is not a concept. Once in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I had a talk in some university and my talk was over, and thereafter the professor of philosophy, he told me, Mr. Swami, you presented the concept very well. I said, I am sorry dear, I did not talk concept. You are a professor is a concept. You are intelligent is a concept. You are successful is a concept. You are is not a concept. When we are caught up in cause and effect, we are bound by the limitation of intellect. The truth is beyond that. See? Therefore, anyatra asmat kruta krutat. Don't tell me the cause and effect. Like, how we deal with the people. Now, when somebody comes to me, for example, now what I am supposed to do, help him or make him miserable? No, help him naturally. So, one husband came to me and he asked me, Swamiji, I am so fed up of my wife. Please tell me what should I do. I said, divorce. He said, no, I can't. Why? She earns. Then I said, suffer silently. But why this is... But why this is happening to me? Other people's wives are so good, but my wife is like that. I said, the grass on the other side of the fence is green. Swamiji, please tell me, help me. I said, okay, listen. In the last life, you have tortured her. Therefore, she was doing prayers. In the next life, oh Lord, give me the same husband. And therefore, in this life, she alone has come as your wife. Now, she is taking revenge. But now what can I do? Now behave properly with her. Otherwise, next life also again she will be your wife. No. Behave properly. Now what will happen? He will stop reacting. See, friends, act in life, don't react. The mantra which I played in the beginning, Karnataka. Karnataka means only act, don't react in life. In earlier days, maybe about 100 years or so, when the dramas were played, those days, ladies were not coming on the stage and playing the role of a lady. It was the man who used to dress like a woman and play the role. So when he was playing the role of a woman, that time also he knew that he is a man. He was only playing the role. See? Therefore, one of our Mahamantra was what? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now, where are we? we are in satsanga. When are we? During the satsanga. So what should be we? Satsangi. Now, you are neither husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, father, rich, poor. No. This is what Paramatma is. This experience you cannot put in words. To remain in tune with this, play the game of life. Like the actor plays the game on the stage, whatever role he has to play. But even while playing the role, he knows he is only playing the role. But he plays the role so perfectly well. Like you are all playing the role perfectly well, as if you are listening. Relax, my friends, relax. Spirituality is not a punishment. Spirituality, no meditation. They put the board also outside. Meditation in progress, don't disturb. We are already disturbed. We never have meditation. I never do meditation. And therefore they ask us questions. Swamiji, in your meditation lecture, first of all, your lights are open. And then some people will be simply sitting like this and all that. And but when we do, we are told switch off the lights. And then some of them, when they sit for meditation, they do like this thing, like this thing. What is that? I said they put off the light because the teacher and the student together can go to sleep. And when the meditation is over, everybody is awakened from sleep. Therefore, darkness. And then, why they sleep like they do meditation like this thing? I say it's called Jhatka meditation. There is halal, there is Jhatka meditation. You get a jerk in that. No, friends, don't struggle in life. Anandadeva kalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti. We are the expressions of bliss. Why we should be blistered? Blister is painful. Bliss is blissful. Highest spiritual practice is be happy. Don't seek happiness in life. Express happiness in life. There are 3 channels through which we express life. One is body, second is speech, third is mind. Through body, when you express happiness, you live in a dignity of a happy person. Not all the time the face is hanging. What happened to you? Your health is okay? Somehow surviving. Then die. See? Never seek sympathy from anybody in this world. When you seek sympathy, you are insulting the God that you are. See, friends, live in the dignity of man or woman. See? Then, through the speech, we express. When we express through speech, speak happily. See, you must have come across. There are some people. Why you have come? Why are you standing there? Wow, 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 wow. Are you a doggy or what? Talk soft, cheerful, happily. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat. Bhagavad Gita tells. Anudvega karam vakyam. We should speak in such a manner that the listener is happy. Anudvega karam. never hurt anybody. The wound or the injury caused by the words is impossible to repair thereafter. See, never hurt anybody. And then the mind. When you are happy, you cannot be destructive. See, this example I give a number of times. Most simple example to understand. How happiness is a creative force. Suppose, this is just a suppose, this is not true. This is a story made by me. Suppose, I go to my girlfriend, therefore suppose. So, I go to my girlfriend and tell, honey, darling, today I am so happy, I just want to cut you to small pieces. It can never happen. Happiness is a creative force, not a destructive one. See, friends. Therefore, anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat kruta krutat. Don't seek happiness. Why should I be happy? Then continue to be miserable. Don't find out a reason to be happy. Be unreasonably happy. See, our problem is different. Somebody comes. There is a character which I had developed. Character is like, those who have read Osho or Rajneesh. In his writing, there is a character called as Mullah Nasruddin. Bhagwan Shankaracharya's literature, the character is Devadatta, Soyam Devadatta. So, in my understanding, the character is Guptaji. You know how this character was developed? Once I was somewhere and I was watching, and two persons were playing chess. Behind one person there were about half a dozen, other person half a dozen. And this person was telling, Are Gupta, you play this. Gupta, play this. And he was accordingly playing. And he won the game. So he looked, hey, who was telling me? We won the game. Who are you? He said, I am so and so. But I don't know you. How do you know that my name is Gupta? He said, to every fool I call Gupta. So from that day onward, it became my character. See how simple it is. Therefore, we ask Guptaji, how come you are so happy today? When somebody is miserable, we never ask a question. When somebody is happy, we ask a question. Hey, how come you are happy? Because we require a reason to be happy. Be unreasonably happy. See, friends. Therefore, anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat kruta krutat. Then, anyatra bhutaccha bhavyaccha. Third question. That which is beyond the limitations of time. Bhuta, the past. Bhavya, the future. That which is other than the past and the future. Now be very attentive. Past is a tense. Future is a tense. We are all living in tenses. When we live in tenses, we live in tensions. See? Suppose I ask you, 278 days before, at 7 o'clock in the evening, what you were doing? 270 days lost. Suppose I ask you, after 98 days at 3 o'clock, where will you be? 98 days means the moment you go in past and future, you are divorced from the present. Be attentive. When there is no past, no future, there is no present. Then there is presence. Corrupted presence is present. And this present is born because undue importance is given to the past and the future. See? Do we have an option to leave yesterday? No. Do we have an option to leave tomorrow? No. We have to live today, now and here. No efforts is required. See, my dear friends, this is what Nachiket asked. And this was the highest question. Yat tat pashyasi tad vada. And then he tells, don't tell me theoretically, I want you to convey that experience of yours to me. Yat tat pashyasi tad vada. Don't tell me, go and read that book. No, you tell me. See, friends, here one important principle. Scriptures should not be studied independently. Kathopanishad very distinctly brings out this point. Tad vijnanatham gurumeva vigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. To know the truth, we must go to Shrotriya Brahmanishtam Guru. Shrotriya, the one who is very well versed in scriptures. By scriptures we mean Upanishad, Gita, etc. And Brahmanishtam, not only talking but living that knowledge 24/7. Only talking is erudition and scholarship. Living that knowledge alone can convey the meaning of the words to the listener. Because when the words carry the meaning, then only the effect happens. Take a simple example. If I write on a paper, stone, S-T-O-N-E, and make a laddu out of that paper and throw at her, she will hold it. Will it hurt? Then she opens it. Oh, Swamiji wants a stone. She takes a stone. It will hurt me. Because the word is carrying the meaning. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat, anyatra asmat kruta krutat, anyatra bhutacha bhavyacha. Bhuta, the past is the cause. When we recognize the simple principle, the truth is not conditioned by time. The truth is not the effect of any sadhana. Whether we want or we don't want, whether we know or we don't know, we are divine. Amritasya putraha. The truth is not the effect of any sadhana. See, one of the prayers that was chanted, moksha is only by the Guru's grace. See? And what is the Guru's grace? When the I, who is struggling, when the I is totally surrendered, when I disappears, he appears. See, in Avadhuta Gita, right in the beginning, it's a beautiful mantra. It is said here, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsa madvaita vasana mahadbhaya paritranad vipranam upajayate. It is by the God's grace that we are interested in the divine. It is not our efforts. The real spiritual practice is when we come to a point of 100% effortlessness. See, friends, now see what it means. One day I was taking food somewhere. That is one of my professional hazard. Because when we go to some people's home they prepare the food, and there will be 5-6 people also watching how the Swami eats. You don't know what a joy it is when you are eating, people are watching you. But now I am accustomed. I don't care. So there were about half a dozen ammas, mothers, standing there in a Vivekananda posture, watching me. And I was Ekameva Dvitiya, taking the food. So I took the chapati, made a spoon out of it, took a dip in the dal, nothing came out, only water, and then something, and then I prepared a bite to be eaten. So when the bite came near my mouth, my attention was not towards the bite, attention was towards them. And their attention was towards my food. And when the bite was coming nearer to my mouth, their mouth was opening. See? And then I found one Amma whose mouth was wide open like a crocodile. So I said, Mama, you please come. So she came. See, of all, only I am called. And then I said, Mama, my rule is, before I eat, I give it to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Today you are my Bhagavan Sri Krishna, okay? And therefore you take the food. She took. And then I enjoyed my food or support, whatever you call. And thereafter, when I was sitting, she came crying, Swamiji, now what will happen? I said, I don't know. This is another mantra. I don't know. This is such a powerful mantra. This I learned from my guru. You know who is my guru? All the NRI children from USA. You ask them any question. Like, in our Gayatri mantra, we have got Om Bhur Bhuswaha Tassavitur Varenyam. Now, Gayatri mantra is Tassavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayad. But this Om Bhur Bhuswaha is called Vyavruti. These are added. This is not from the original mantra. In the same manner, these American Indian children, they, when you ask them, hey, what is your plans in your education? I don't know. I found that such a powerful mantra. When you say, I don't know, all other questions stop. So this lady came and she said, Swamiji, now what will happen? I said, I don't know. You know, today is Ekadashi. Then you have given me food to eat. Now, Ekadashi, I am not supposed to eat, but I have eaten. Now, what will happen? You go to hell. Swamiji, why are you telling like that? I said, this is what you asked me. Then go to hell. That is the rule. Now, be attentive. When I eat the food, that action of eating is done by I. Okay? So you are the doer. Now when we take the food, it goes inside. After it goes inside, do we have that notion, don't disturb, I am digesting the food? No. We don't have that notion that I am digesting the food. And therefore, if there is a constipation, sin. Your dysentery, merit. No. Because the doership is not associated. See, friends, therefore, na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amritatvamanasu parena nakam nitam guhayam vibrajate yatayo vishanti vedanta vijnana sunishchitartha. We have to perfectly come to recognize, according to the authority of the Vedanta Vijnana, that there is but one reality expressing in and through everything and being. Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 2nd verse. See? In the first verse, Bhagavan says, Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramitya vidhiyate etadyo vettitam prahuhu kshetrajna iti tadvidaha kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, the body is the field. And the one who is abiding in the body, who is living in the body, who knows the body, is kshetrajna. But don't have that wrong notion that there is one soul per body. No. There is one reality. expressing in and through all the bodies. This is the ultimate truth. But when an I is there, I have done good, I have done bad, I am sorry, I am unfortunate, suffer. Nobody can help you. Drop this dirty I. See? And when this happens, this cannot be done. See? But we have that arrogance. By doing sadhana, I will realize. No. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. The truth is revealed when we study the scriptures. And what the scriptures tell us? What you are not. What you are is never told. See? Now to get this point, we'll play a small experiment. Very small. I'll make here noise and you count how many times I make. How many times I made? Three times. So what you have heard? Only the sound? Or you also knew the silence between the two sounds? So you have heard both. The presence of the sound and the absence of the sound. So who are you? You are neither the presence nor the absence. Because of you, something is declared as present. Because of you, something is declared as not present. Therefore, you have to be someone who is beyond presence and absence. Be very attentive. Do we have an experience that I am not? We cannot have this experience. I am not. If I am not experience is invalid, what is the need to say I am? I have no doubt that I am a man. But if I keep on moving among the people, everybody, do you know, I am a man, look here, I got a beard, I am a man. Nobody is calling me woman, but I keep on telling again and again, I am a man, I am not a woman. Then they will start doubting. Is it not? Exactly the same way. When there is no possibility of our absence, what is the need to say, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi? We have never called you, you are not Brahman. Therefore, Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. In the eloquence of the silence, the truth is revealed. See? And Chin Mudra Mananda Rupam. This is the Chin Mudra. This is not a snuff mudra. To realize, take the snuff and Brahmanandam, Paramasukha. The complete knowledge of Vedanta is in your hands. This world is called as Prapancha. Pancha means 5. Pra means Prakarshena Pancha. It is a multiple of 5, 5, 5. 5 elements, 5 tanmatras, 5 objects, 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, pancha pranas, pancha upapranas, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Prapancha expansion. See? And therefore we have got 5 fingers. Be attentive. Small finger is our gross body. This ring finger is our pranamaya kosh. Middle finger is manomaya kosh, the mind. Index finger is the vijnanamaya kosh, the seat of I. And the thumb is anandamaya kosh. Without this, these four cannot function properly. Now, whose body, whose prana, whose mind? Of course, my mind, my hunger, my body. So this I, when gets identified with the three, this is the equation. I associated with the three is identified with the mind. If the mind is happy, I am happy. If the mind is miserable, I am miserable. Through the mind, get identified with the prana. If there is hunger in the pranamaya kosha, I am hungry. If thirst, I am thirsty. Now through the mind gets identified with the body. If the body is old, I am old. If the body is healthy, I am healthy. If the body is man, I am man. If the body is woman, I am woman. Till such time, this I keeps on getting identified with the three, we have not stepped even one step on the spiritual path. Then, separate this I factor. You have got max factor, isn't it? In spirituality, there is I factor. See? And what this I does, see? This is called in Sanskrit Tarjani. Tarjani means threatening. Whenever we want to threaten somebody, how do we threaten? If you don't listen to me, what he will take? Okay, go ahead and come back. I don't know here, in schools in India, when a child wants to go to shushu, to a bathroom, then he will say, Sir, go. So if I scold somebody, if you don't listen to me, go. No problem. But if I had to scold somebody, I will teach you. See, this I is here. See? So this I is the culprit. So what is to be done? Remove this I from the three and surrender it to happiness. Anandamaya kosh. This all spiritual life. Don't find out a reason to be happy. See? We find out, why should I be happy? Why should I be happy? See? No. Be happy just like that. The happy doesn't mean joining a laughing club, okay? All those people who join a laughing club, they are the most miserable people in the world. Other than those who are here. I don't know if there are some laughing giants here also. In one place I was staying, and opposite there was a nice garden. So I used to go there for a walk in the morning. That was the first time I saw these laughing club members. There were about a dozen of them standing, and their Madhya Pradesh was coming out and all that, old fellows. And there was a youngster who was trying to teach them how to laugh. See? And then all the standing around, and he said, I'll clap 3 times. And then you should say, ha, ha, ha. Now, those who have never laughed in their life, they are taught how to laugh. So he will say, ha, 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 not the way. Laugh properly. And then he is inspiring them. And then we'll start. You should laugh from your umbadikas. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. Got inspired. And then again, ha, ha. And they did very forcefully. And like offering the oblations in the fire, they offered the dentures there. Now the problem, which denture belongs to whom? laughing club. Being happy means living at zero complaint level. No complaints. See how life becomes simple. We pray to the Lord, oh Lord, it is too hot, it is too hot. The summer has to be hot. No, but it is too hot. Okay, I'll send you rains. The rains come. God, it is too much rains, we are fed up. Okay, I send you winter. It's too cold. Bhagavan says, give him anything, he only complains. And therefore, he doesn't answer our prayers. Don't complain. Living at zero complaint level. See, friends, this is what Kathopanishad is. How simple it is. And the remaining portion is expansion of this basic principle I told you. See? It is so simple, it is so straight. Nityo nityanam chetanas chetananam eko bahunam yo vidadati kaman tamatmastam yenu pashyanti dhira shantim tesham shashvatim netaresham. Those who discover this, they alone can be at peace. And shashvatim shantim, that peace which passeth beyond all understanding. It is not the peace of the graveyard, it is the peace in the noise. See, let us give a chance to Lord Death, then he is defeated. Like Nachiketa defeated Lord Death. How can we defeat the Lord Death? When he comes, scold him. And in English language, death is a feminine word. What can I do? See? So when the death comes, we should have the courage to scold her. Come on, why are you late? I've been waiting for you. Live in that courage, cheerfully, happily. We have learned Kathopanishad fully. If not, next life still there, don't worry. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.